So we're gonna look at this post and it says the Pride peptide. Oh, I get it because it's LGBTQIA, if you will. See, because if you scroll down, I bet that's what they say. Here it is. Explanation. This is a peptide, a chain of amino acids. Each amino acid has a 3 and 1 letter code. The amino acids contained in the peptide are leucine, glycerin, proline, threonine, glutamine, acetylcysteine, and alanine. I may be pronouncing those wrong. Their 1 letter codes are LGBTQIA. See, so I was close. I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've been in science class, but I like this. And it's the Pride peptide, and it's like, I'm proud to be. I get it. This is a really good one. Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals. That's right. Today we're going to jump into the LGBT meme Reddit and react to some content. So let's jump into the video now. Okay, so this one's like, the amazing digital circus meets I saw the TV glow. Oh, spoiler alert. Like, if you... I would assume by this time that this video is up that people have already seen it. Hopefully they have, but it's... Anyway, spoiler alert, just in case you haven't. If not, I'll put a way you can skip to it, just in case you haven't seen it. That way you don't get the spoiler. It goes, hello, Jax from the Digital Circus. And it's like, hello, Owen from I Saw the TV Glow. And yeah. So that obviously... for those of you that have seen it, you really don't need an explanation. So, I mean, I don't really see the need to add to this particular meme. So, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. So, this person posted, queer people have always rocked. And yes, we have. Right? And it goes, 2020s. I miss when you queers were quiet and respectable. And then it's like 1970s. Will you eat dog shit for our movie? Hell yeah. I know what this is referencing. And it's referencing that John Waters movie. If you haven't seen it, now, like, if I can remember, I'll put like a screenshot of the movie poster of, if you will, of the particular movie. It's a good fucking movie, though. Like, if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. I would also say that if you haven't seen it, you should see the movie, but... I'm a Cheerleader, which is another good LGBTQIA movie as well. And you know what? If I can remember a few others, of course, I Saw the TV Glow, but if I can remember a few others, I will stick them in the video during the editing process.
Hey, it was me narrating it. So here's the movies that, Kai could think of and I could think of that are queer that y'all should see. Enjoy the list.
Process, or Tonya will. I'm not sure who's editing this video. If it's going to be me or Tonya, it just depends on who has the time. And right now, I feel like crap because I'm dehydrated, I think, or my vertigo's acting. But you all don't need to know that. Anyways, let's jump to the next meme. So this one post right here by this person is like, we got to strike back somehow. Right-wing MAGA edgelord saying that they will shoot at people at pride parades in GTA 6. Yeah, I remember them saying that and whatnot. And I'm hoping that, like, Rockstar has it blocked off to where you can't do that. Or if it is a thing you can do, that Rockstar has it to where it, like, gets a star. You know, the police stars that, pop up to know that you're wanted. I hope that pops up. Or it gives you, like, negative karma or something. And then it goes, me knowing that Vice City is located in a southern U.S. state, rural areas of the map will likely have bigoted rednecks and even Klansmen. We will be able to kill them all. You know what? Yeah, there's a plus because it's like, yeah, if you get to shoot people just for being who they are, then we're going to shoot you, people that are like you, that are bigoted pieces of shit. All right, so this post, it says, there's a certain irony in creating a meme of parents shielding their kids from colors as if it's black and white thinking isn't a cognitive distortion. And it goes, it may look like love till they see that which they hate. You must be yourself 'cause living lies is not so great. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this meme was supposed to be pro-LGBTQIA plus or anti-LGBTQIA plus, but it comes across pro-LGBTQIA plus. So that's just my opinion on this one, and that's all I'm going to say about this one. So it's like, for those who don't know, the blue one is named Trixie Lanoon in the drafts of MLP. She was originally meant to be a male character, so because of that, the MLP community considers her to be trans. And so the one pony, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Rarity. I'm not sure. I don't know my ponies. Please don't yell at me. Please don't go to the comment section and be like, Kai, you motherfucking bitch. You son of a bitch. How could you get that pony wrong? I'm sorry. Please don't persecute me and burn me at the stake for it. Anyways, it goes, I used to be in a cult. And then the other pony's like, yeah, I used to be a cult too. Cult, dumbass. I get it because they're pronounced the same way. And the other pony that's trans like, yeah, I used to be a dude too. And then it's like, no, I used to be in a cult. That was a good one. I like this one. And this person's like, I can make this joke because I'm asexual and autistic. What does the A in LGBTQIA plus stand for? Asexual, aromantic, or autism? And they marked autism. I mean, why not? I mean, I'm also autistic, so I mean, I'm autistic and ADHD. So yeah, I find this one funny. This post, it's like trans people, people of color, fat people, and disabled people. Any attraction towards you being demonized as a fetish. You're supposed to be called beautiful out of pity only. And yeah, I mean, it comes across like that. Yes, there are people that fetishize all those groups of people that were just mentioned on the screen. But that doesn't mean that anyone that's attracted to them is just doing it out of fetish. Some people are attracted to those groups of people. Different strokes for different folks, or whatever that old song was called. You can't just automatically assume it's like, oh, that person likes a person of color, so it must be a fetish. No, so it's not. Not always. Yes, there are people that fetishize people of color, but that doesn't mean every single person that is attracted to a person of color is fetishizing them. And the same thing with trans people, or people that most people consider fat, or disabled people. It's not always a fetishism, okay? Like, quit trying to say that anytime someone is attracted to any of these groups of people. Fetishism does exist, but not every single case is a fetishism case. This one I find pretty funny. So it's like, this meme is the digital equivalent of a Molotov cocktail. Hebrews 4:15, Jesus was tempted in every way. And it's like, you can't call homosexuality a sinful temptation without admitting that Jesus repressed attraction to men, because tempted in every way would mean that he was bisexual. I mean, yeah, if he was tempted every way and you're calling homosexuality a sin, then you have to admit that Jesus Christ repossessed an attraction to men and was like, no. I'm just saying. An interesting fact about that is, one, homosexuality is not a sin. Homosexuality was not written in the Bible until 1948. The parts that talk about that people now classify as a thing against homosexuality, that's not the correct Hebrew word. When the Hebrew word that is used is translated properly, it says an adult man to a young boy. So it was actually verses against pedophilia. But furthermore, interesting fact is, if anybody's read the Gnostic Gospels or Apocrypha, there are many Gnostic Gospels that actually refer to Mary Magdalene and one of Jesus' disciples, both of them as his beloved, like as in he was in a relationship with them. So, like, that's according to those Gnostic Gospels, Jesus was a bisexual man. He was with, like, Lazarus, I believe, in those Gnostic Gospels, and Mary Magdalene. So Jesus was bisexual, and the church kept that out because they're like, oh, we can't have that. Having a gay child doesn't mean you failed as a parent. Disowning your gay child means you failed as a parent. Yeah. Amen, like 100% on that. And the thing is a lot of these people that disown their gay child claim to be Christians, right? But actually in the Bible, I can't remember what scripture, where it is in the Bible. It's been a while since I've read the Bible, even though that is a shame that it's been a while since, even though I'm a witch and I'm pagan, I'm also ordained minister through the Church of Latter-day Dudes and also the Universal Life Church, so I should know this one. I'll put it in the video during the editing process, but it actually says in the Bible, in the Christian Bible, that if you abandon your child, that is against God. So just saying, as if you abandoned your child, right? You're literally failed as a parent in the Christian sense as well. So yeah, this one right here, it's like they call it a choice because they have options. They call it temptation because their sexual orientation requires discipline. But it's like being gay is a moral dilemma, a temptation. We all must choose the righteous path. And then the person's like, you call it a dilemma because you see being straight as a struggle. You call it a temptation because for you being straight requires discipline. You call it a choice because for you being gay is an option. And that means most likely that if it's an option for these people, that means they're bisexual or pansexual. Or they're just straight up gay and they refuse to admit that they're gay, and so they put on a cis heteronormative what do you call it? It's I can't remember. There's a word for it where you force yourself to be straight because we live in a cis heteronormative world, and I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, like those are the only options. Is if being a gay is a temptation to you, then either one, you're bisexual, or two, you are forcing yourself in a straight relationship. When they claim that sexual orientation is a choice that you make. All right, so let's click on the meme. Being gay is a choice. I made the moral choice to be straight. What was your sexual orientation before you chose to be straight? I mean, if you chose to be straight, then that means there was an option for you. So either you're denying that you're gay or that you're bisexual. Like, just saying. So it goes, just finished Transformers Earthspark made this. Remember that Optimus Prime corrects himself when he gets pronouns wrong. You should too. In fact, there's like a lot of pro LGBTQIA plus comic books of the Transformers. Optimus Prime does not support your transphobia or your bigotry towards marginalized groups. You know, if you want to do that, then go join, you know, the Decepticons. They might, you know what? They're probably not down with that shit either. You're just screwed. So yeah, this one, I like this one. So it's like how I feel knowing I'm powerful enough to steal a rainbow from God. Because that's what they say, right? Like the homophobes, the transphobes, the bigots that do not like the LGBTQIA plus community, like try to claim we stole the rainbow. And if we stole the rainbow, that means we're more from your God. Then that means we're more powerful than your God. Like our power level, like must be 9,000. I mean, I'm just saying, like if we can just take the rainbow from him like that, then either we're that powerful or your God's pretty weak. So yeah, this one. I goes, being bottom is a top tier. First time bottoming versus when you're used to it. No comment. No comment. Next meme. So this one, like, it's like if she had a dick, it must be a good one. MAGAs can't keep it out of their mouths. This is about the whole them not shutting the fuck up when it comes to Michelle Obama and claiming she's a man. But you know, let's look at the meme. Michelle looks like a girl long before she met Obama, right? And nobody assigned male at birth has ever been pregnant. Yeah. Or birthed a child twice. Yeah. And the left doesn't think being trans is shameful, and even if they did, the scandal literally couldn't harm a political career that already ended a decade ago. So Michelle is a woman. She's a man, cope. She literally gave birth to children. So, like, I'm just saying, like, you can't do that with a penis last time I checked. But, I mean, the dick must be good. If she does have a dick, that dick must be good because you guys can't keep it out of your mouths. But the point is just, it's because she's a black woman. And see, that's what it comes to trans misogyny, is it's rooted in racism. Because the first people that were transvestigated ever in the history of human race were non-white people. See, transphobia comes from a Eurocentric view from Europeans. When Europeans came in contact with other cultures and stuff, they always talked about that culture's women as, oh, your women look like men, like as if, but to say that they're ugly, right? So the whole trans misogyny literally comes from a place of racism. Like, and that's why when it comes to transphobia, it's always people of color that are women that are targeted. You look at Amana Khalif, I may pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry if I am, and she was the one that J.K. Rowling and all the others were saying was a man, and she isn't. It's been proven 100% without a doubt that she's a woman, cis woman. And the thing is trans women are women, trans men are men, and non-binary people are valid. But what I mean is that that particular person was a cisgender woman. But even if she wasn't, she's still a woman. But the point is they just always say they can tell, and they always have this view of what they think women is, but it's based off of European beauty standards that have been passed from generation to generation that they have not let go. They still have that 1600, 1700 mindset. And so they're like, oh, that person over there is actually a man, and it's like a cisgender woman. But guess what? Trans women aren't men either. Trans women are women, trans men are men, and non-binary people are valid. So Donnie the Burb here, right, says, hey, you need memes to rage bait homophobes in a server I'm in. Can't be political, religious, promotes LGBT. Examples are below, right? So they like want some, memes, right, to rage bait homophobes and transphobes and whatnot. So let's see the memes that they have. And hey, if you know some memes that this person can use for a server they're in, then go to LGBT memes, find this particular post, and like comment in it, right? Okay, so anyways, goes, dear liberals, what country is this flag from, and why do all of the cute girls come from there? Okay, hold on. It's June. Okay, so when I'm particularly recording this video, even though this is coming out in July, it was June. Anyways, it's June, which means it's illegal to be straight. Anyone caught not being gay will be immediately reported to the FBI. That's how they act, though. Like, these homophobes and transphobes act like that all of a sudden, because it's Pride Month, they're like, oh no, it's illegal to be cisgender, it's illegal to be straight. And it's like, no, you can still be you. Like, nothing's stopping you from that. And then this one's like, I wish all LGBTQIA plus closeted and questioning folks are very pleasant. You are very valid, loved, and amazing. Happy Pride Month. Again, like I said, when I was recording this video, at the time when I'm recording this, because I record the videos in advance, it was June. And it goes, wishing all the homophobes, again, this, I guess, another Pride Month one. Wishing all the homophobes a super uncomfortable month. Yeah, they'll still complain about it, right? Like, well, I mean, you can comment in the comment section about how they complained about it, because this video will go up in July, but I'm recording it in June. And anyways, so they'll still complain about it being Pride Month, even though there's like the visibility in the United States of America currently when it comes to LGBTQIA plus is basically like zilch now, right? Because a lot of these corporations have, it was always about money to them. It was always, pink capitalism, right? Or whatever the term is. Is it pink capitalism? But you get the point. And so now that it's not profitable to, have LGBTQIA plus merch or products, they just totally ignore it and pretend it's not even a thing because they're trying to kiss that orange tyrant's ass that's in office, who's a transphobic, homophobic moron whose brain is slowly melting out the back of his fucking skull. So this particular meme, again, it's because it was Pride Month technically when I was recording this one, and some of these like memes that I'm reacting to are because it was Pride Month at the time, even though you're seeing this video when I made it to go public, which is in July and not in June. All right, so it's like, and next week we'll start Pride Month. Duh. Why don't the troops get a month? That's May and November. You never use them. But I want that one. That is true. May and November, that's like for troops. And then there's like the several freaking holidays, right? That are also for, military. Like, they always like, oh, it's Pride Month. What about the military? It's like, there are months for that, May and November. And then there's other months as well in days and stuff. There's like tons of days and months for the United States military. Okay, so like you trying to say, oh, why do we have to have a month for the queers? You have your 2 months for the military. Shut the fuck up. This one right here, totally true, right? It's like, so like the person's an LGBTQIA plus person. It goes, I love existing, and then a homophobic, transphobic, bigot person is like, I fucking hate you and I hope you die. Yeah, and that's like what it is like, we'll just be existing, and then they'll be like, I hope you die. How dare you shove it in my face? And you're like, I'm just standing here. I'm not even doing anything. So this one's like a process thingy, if you will. It's for all you trans people out there. And it goes, my average egg thought process. There's no way I'm trans. Maybe I'm trans. I'm definitely trans. I'll never transition. There's no way I'm trans. And like, for people that I know that are trans, yeah, like literally this is the thing. And it's like OT says, right? One topic, right? One topic says that cisgender people usually not usually, just cisgender people don't think about that. They don't say, hey, am I trans? Wait, maybe I'm not trans. What if I'm not trans? They don't think that. So, like, if you think you're transgender, right? If you think you're a trans woman or a trans man or non-binary or anything else under that umbrella, right? You most likely are. Don't doubt it, and don't let your dysphoria or any of your brain bully you into something, into denying who you are, right? Just don't let it do that. Just be you. Be an LGBTQ in a conservative society, and it has a kitten with a bunch of knives pointed out. And yeah, I mean, and the thing is though, right, is like a lot of these bigots are like, well, now you have your rights, now you just want special privileges. It's like, no, we want our rights. And also, we want to be treated with dignity and respect, just like you treat everybody else with dignity and respect. And asking for dignity and respect gets you in this kind of situation. They act like, like, oh, why are you shoving it in the face? And the thing is it's not being shoved in the face. It's just the mere representation or the mere existence of anybody that's, LGBTQIA plus that they find offensive and they get all mad about. And they want to act like the oppressed or marginalized group. When last time I checked, if you're cisgender, you don't get killed for being cisgender. Last time I checked, there have never been any laws against people being straight. There are no countries where you would get hung or murdered for being straight or for being cisgender. But there are plenty of countries where you can get killed for being gay. There are plenty of countries where you can get killed for being a lesbian. There are plenty of countries where you can get killed for being non-binary or trans or anything else like that. Because our society as a whole, no matter what country you live in, unfortunately, is still ran and dominated by conservatives. And this meme, if you will, is about the whole new Scary Movie, right? And it just shows that the Waynes are just completely out of touch. And what's ironic and not in a good way, right, is that one of the Waynes' brother has a child that is part of the LGBTQIA plus community, and they still thought it was perfectly acceptable. They're like, and then when he used that excuse, well, I have a queer child, so it's okay for me to attack, queer people. No, that's not how it works, honey. It goes, the Waynes in 2001 making a movie with a genuinely edgy but funny gay joke. The Waynes in 2026 making an unfunny dog shit movie with trans people being murdered in crime as a joke. Yeah, the thing is, though, with that like whole joke, they're like, oh, you're taking out of context. Like, originally in the trailer, you're like, okay, that wasn't funny. But then when you watch the actual entire clip, which I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen the entire clip, that character that's murdered corrects the person about their pronouns, and then a mob beats the crap out of the person and kills them, and then Wayne's brother's like, haha, see, that's funny. No, it's not. And like, from what I've been told, I've been told about the scenes, and I've seen multiple clips of the scenes that are throughout the movie, that ones that aren't having anything to do with LGBTQIA plus community, and they just fall flat. You're like, wait, was I supposed to laugh? Was that a joke? Honestly, the Wayans brothers just need to retire and let the next generation take over. I mean, obviously, at this point, in my opinion, the parody genre is dead. Another franchise that needs to end other than Scary Movie is Scream, because those movies are dog shit as well. Like, it's like, what are you even doing at this point? There's no originality or creativity left in them. Just let the franchise die. This person brings up a good point, right? All right, so let's see the meme, right? And it goes, I guarantee that straight people would have less of a problem with Pride Month if there was a sale attached to it. 20% off a toaster and suddenly everyone is an ally. Yeah, capitalism. I'm just saying. Yeah, they would be like, oh, yeah, if I'll be an ally if I get that freaking 20% off a toaster. I think, though, if it comes out, like, if we're going to do this and give them 20% off a toaster, like, you know, for, like, being an ally and whatnot, we charge them interests. Like, you know, and whatnot, right? Because, like, if they come out later on and they're like, haha, it wasn't ever a thing. It's like, oh, yeah, that toaster, you now owe, like, that 20% that you didn't have to pay now because you're a fucking dick. So, that's all we have time for the video today. Tell me in the comment section of what you thought of any of this content that you saw in this video. And remember when you're commenting that hate has no home here. So any comments that are homophobic, transphobic, racist, or attack any marginalized groups will be deleted and you will be blocked from commenting on this channel, on these videos, and on this page in general. But if you like this kind of content, you want me to see more of this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of future videos such as this one. And also hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to join the Fox Den. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. As always, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I've been your host, Kai. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.
For the workers, for the nurses on their feet, for the teachers buying pencils, for the families in the heat. Power to the people isn't just a slogan on a wall. When we organize together, we don't rise up, we all rise up. Healthcare on the table, but your credit's running thin. Pre-existing condition means the system won't let you in. Meanwhile, lobbies line the hallways, writing up the bill. Profit over patient, and they call that goodwill. Housing is a human right, not a hedge fund asset play. But investors buying blocks, pricing working folks away. 40% of rent just so somebody